G'day. Here's part 2 of my flooring adventure. So, I'll just show you the floors. Got a fair bit done, not as much as I thought I might, but that's fine. This floor here, you'll recall, was the one that was just like naked joists before. So now it is all sheeted up. This was my priority, this floor, because this is the upstairs bathroom that we're in, and this is the first one that will be a finished bathroom. All of the finishing is going to happen upstairs first, so that we can move in here, and then while I'm living here, I can be working on downstairs in my spare time. So this is a layer of 3/4 inch plywood, and then on top of that is a layer of 3/8 inch plywood to make a grand total of 1 inch and 1/8 depth. And it is sturdy as hell. I put in a savant level number of screws. There are many screws. Apparently the code is to have screws in the field about 3 to 4 inches apart, and then screws on the borders 1 to 2 inches apart. So I feel like I put in a normal amount of screws, but this floor is not going anywhere. So there's that one. And then this one here downstairs, this is the tarp covered in trash. This is where I kind of fell short in my ambitions today. I didn't get the second layer of plywood on this. This is the downstairs bathroom. But I did get the rubbish out of here, and I'm starting to clean up. I just think this back wall, this is all exposed insulation that you see. I think I'm going to get that kind of re-insulated and vapor barriered, because the stuff's falling down on the floor. It's just a real pain in the ass. When you're putting sheets of plywood together, the last thing you want is any little bits and stuff in between them. You want pristine surface. Otherwise you end up with little lumps and kind of crunchy feeling, and it's just doesn't feel great. So we're aiming for top notch here, so there'll be none of that. So in order to avoid that sort of thing, we're going to vapor barrier this far wall, and in the process restuff the insulation. And the vapor barrier will keep the insulation from falling down on the floor, and then we can proceed. So that's how I justified not doing as much in here as I intended. I'm also considering, because this is on the ground floor, we're still elevated, but this window, which is a bathroom window, you'll get an idea. Let's go into the bedroom. So that bathroom window is kind of like this. Now, we're not far off the ground here, and we're in a very exposed area. You can kind of see there's a street there, there's another street there. It's all very kind of not the most private. So I'm thinking this window I actually think needs to be replaced with a new window. I'm not sure how much that's going to be. I'll get a quote for that window, but I'm thinking of maybe doing glass blocks in this window instead. So let me know what you think. Sound off in the comments, and yeah, let me know. Always welcome and very much enjoy people's questions and comments. So keep them coming, and yeah, really appreciate everyone's attention, especially when you'll notice I'm probably a little bit less energetic than I was in part 1, because I've just been working for a long time today. It takes a lot of energy out of me, but I also find it quite energizing. I certainly put my feet up at the end of these days with a really nice feeling in my chest, and very much at ease, and enjoy a little guilt-free laze and sit at home and pet the cat. I did the dishes before I left the house today as well, so I'm going to get home to a clean kitchen. And I've got like a mountain of brown rice and black beans. So I'm going to have delicious black beans and rice with some veggies from the garden. And a nice lazy evening, and plan out my day tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday, and I've got tomorrow off work as well. So that'll be cool. Going to Terry's house to cut down some doors for her. She got new carpet in, and the new carpet fattened up her floors to the point where a lot of her doors no longer work. So I'm going to be doing closet doors, which are really annoying, but I'm getting better at it. Let's have another look at this. This is our like vestibule downstairs. There's a hole. This all needs to, the framing here needs to like kind of finish. But Tim is coming on Thursday or Friday to like finish that stuff off, which is super cool. Just had Dean around. Dean is our arborist friend, so he chopped a bunch of these like annoying trees that are growing right out of the kind of edge of the foundation. So he chopped them right back to ground level, and then we're going to drill holes in them and fill them with herbicide and kill the fuckers, because they are just sending roots down into the foundations, and yeah, it's not super cool. So pretty sure there's something else. Let's see. Now we're outside. This is what the outside looks like. It's pretty rough. That's my demolished porch. Let's go and have a look. Let's look at the new windows. New windows. Except for that one. So that is that bathroom. This window here. That I'm considering making glass blocks. Just for privacy. You can see this building across the road. They're all glass blocks. So it'll be kind of like a little homage to the materials of the region. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this before. But this is what the front of the house looks like. Let's go over here. There's nobody around. I don't feel too embarrassed at the moment. That's what it looks like at the moment. See? So those windows up the top need to be done, but they were going to charge me an enormous amount of money to do those because they are on a third level, and they'd have to like use all sorts of harnesses and stuff to get that work done. So I said no, I'll do those myself. We'll get my brave friends Tim and Steve to do that. But yeah, you can see the porch is demolished. Demolished porch. And these are all the porch bits lying around. So these are the trees. You can see these trees here and here that my lovely friend Dean chopped for me. Kind of see where the porch is eventually going to go. It's going to kind of fill in this space. But I doubt that's going to happen before next spring. So we need to kind of button up these weird areas like here. So that we can ride out the winter without ending up with a house full of snow. But look at these windows. Ooh, aren't they nice? I think I'm just going to eventually pressure wash all of the brick to kind of get this kind of motley appearance taken care of. That's down the track. One of the next things that's going to happen is this gutter. The gutters all around the outside of the house are going to be redone fairly soon, I hope. That's one of my conditions for achieving land bank compliance, is getting the gutters done. So gutters, front doors, that window will be real close. There's some big ticket items I need to do. The work I just mentioned. I want to buy a hot water unit as soon as possible. There's these U-Butte tankless hot water units that have like two systems in them. They've got like one big flame, but it heats two separate loops. One loop is your hot water, comes out of your taps, and the other one is a closed loop, which is used for heating. And so I'm going to heat this building with hydronic heating, it's called. And there's going to be like loops of PEX under all the floors, pinned in place with, they're called spreader plates, aluminium plates that kind of slip over the, you'll see it eventually, they slip over the PEX, and the PEX heats up the spreader plates, and they're aluminium, so they conduct heat really well, and they'll spread the heat into the floors. So I'm going to like heat the floors of my house, at least in the main living areas, probably in the bedrooms as well. I think I'll probably just do those as well. I don't want to be taking up space in my bedrooms with radiators, and neither in the bathroom, so we'll just do underfloor heating. But in terms of getting compliance, I'm only going to heat, I'll see what makes sense to do. But anyway, big ticket items: hot water unit, gutters, a few other things, and then we should be able to achieve compliance. And then once wonderful compliance has been achieved, we can snap up all of the empty land around us, and we can commence to stage 2 of the Detroit compound, which is, it's the last thing I thought I was going to be doing. If you'd asked me like a couple of years ago, it was a glimmer. It was a glimmer in my eye. A couple of years ago, 5 years ago, I would have had absolutely no clue that this is where I would end up, and this is a thing that I would be doing. I certainly would have been delighted if someone told me that this was where I'd end up, but yeah, it's funny. Life, eh? Well, that's it for part 2, and that concludes this episode. I won't go on about things too much, but I love you all. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave any questions or comments in the comment field below, or just hit me up. Also, I kind of like post little details to my Instagram stories, like while I'm doing work. I'm still lazy and I'm not really editing. I'm doing those cuts just by pausing the recording on my phone. Eventually, once I've kind of got, I think once I get in here and I've got like a workstation set up, and I'm going to get into the editing a bit more. But really, right now, my priority in terms of how I'm spending my time is making money and getting work done on this house. I can't be spending hours editing videos at the moment. Eventually, I really do want to, and that's part of my like kind of part of the next stage. Once I'm living in here and I'm starting to get things set up, and I've maybe quit my job with Ford and I'm just doing more handyman stuff. Seems to be content that people quite enjoy, is the old making of things and the making things better type content. So yeah, who knows. But for now, no editing, and I think we're okay. Anyway, thank you very much, and I love you guys. See you next time.